The People's Republic of California has been under one-party rule for decades. The GOP has been absent and sometimes complicit partner in the effort to thwart conservatives and their attempts to protect human life from Democrat policies. And California proves once again that putting Democrats in charge yields predictable results. Massive costs, tremendous heartache, and certain death. I'm intolerant of deadly Democrat policies. Some words of sanity and a sea of Democrat absurdity is the focus of today's preamble. 5 people are dead from at least 5 fires that are burning across the Los Angeles area, including one in Hollywood Hills. 45 square acres have been scorched. Roughly 179,000 people are under evacuation orders. In my view, this has all been brought about by the embarrassing low standards of California voters. In short, they hire incompetent, unqualified, and uncaring leftists to run their government. As a result, the tax burden skyrockets, and legitimate government services, government's whole reason for being, resembles a clown show, making the Keystone Cops look like the FBI in its glory days. Because some of the areas brave firefighters are relegated to using small buckets to battle an inferno when they should have fully functioning fire hydrants and equipment. Once iconic streets are reduced to rubble, as if Los Angeles had been bombed by a foreign enemy. Sadly, the enemy that has led to this devastation is from within. Confronted by the obvious lack of preparedness, California's leftist governor, Gavin Newsom, was quick to duck blame for the devastation.
What is the situation with the water? Obviously, in Palisades ran out last night in the hydrants. I was talking to the firefighter in this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. I mean, just when you have a system that's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires, whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe 1 fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's going to be determined by the local.
There's no water in the fire hydrants, Governor. Oh, that's not my job. Oh, wait, but it is. Governor Newsom and his leftists in California's government have undertaken a scam that has made Southern California a dehydrated husk, spiked up water costs to unpayable levels, and parched an entire region, making it even more susceptible to wildfires. Environmentalist kooks have instituted policies that have diverted and wasted billions of gallons of fresh water every year to save an obscure fish called the Delta smelt that many people don't believe was in danger to begin with. The water no longer flows into Southern California and the Colorado River. Instead, the fresh water is dumped right into the Pacific Ocean, jacking up prices, enriching left-wing interests, enriching water authorities in government, and resulting in the death of human beings from reoccurring wildfires. But let's take Pretty Boy Newsom there at his word that the dry local fire hydrants are not his problem, but the responsibility of local leftists like the MIA mayor of Los Angeles, former Congresswoman Karen Bass. Here she is refusing to answer legitimate questions as she was returning to her burned out city from an overseas trip to Ghana.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
So caring, isn't she? You know, once Karen Bass did finally address the public, she showed exactly what it is to be a Democrat socialist politician in Joe Biden's America. Just like Biden, Karen Bass appears to rely almost exclusively on her unelected staff, who in this press conference forgot to include a web address on a sheet of paper the mayor was reading from. Words that were not the mayor's. Watch.
Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL. Los Angeles, together is how we will get through this. through the heroism of our firefighters, the vigilance of Angelenos, and the spirit of our city.
I think that word that was not her own is pronounced heroism. And yes, the Democrat Party, through their figurehead, Karen Bass, would like all of you RL or go to hell. It really doesn't matter to Democrats as long as they get their hands on your money, feather their own nests off the taxpayer's dime, and never have to do any real work for a living. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of having to give the imprimatur of leader to those who can't lead. I'm sick of having to show respect to those who institute policies that are literally killing our people. I'm sick of those in the media and in both political parties who say that bipartisanship is the most important thing when one party in this country has betrayed every American principle under the sun. No, I think it's time you and I started calling a spade a spade. The overwhelming majority of Democrats and an uncomfortable number of those who call themselves Republicans are unqualified for the jobs they hold. They stick us with the bill after their lack of qualifications results in massive calamity or death. In many cases, we are being ruled by the least qualified among us, and it has to stop. To you folks in California, I say this. How many lives must be lost? How much quality of life must you lose? How many lives have to be shattered? How much more of your hard-earned money must be squandered before you change course? Government isn't a welfare program for the criminally stupid, but that's exactly the chief attribute that the lion's share of Democrat politicians bring to our society. Our people must raise our standards. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And insane is what you will be in California if you continue to elect leftists.